Okay, so now we are officially recording. We're ready to do our more moments with you, Bernie Frazier, the amazing. Are you ready for your 10 questions?
I am ready. I think I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. If you had to choose between the two, which one would you pick? Would you choose Batman's utility belt or a fanny pack?
Oh my gosh. See, I knew you were going to ask me a question that was going to stump me right out the gate. Let's see.
You got this.
I think I would choose a fanny pack.
Care to elaborate?
Sure. I think because, I'm a girl. I can make it cuter. I could get one in different colors. And, I used to watch MacGyver a little bit. So all I need is a paper clip and a toothpick, and I can do anything in the world. And I can fit both of those in a fanny pack and look good doing it.
Yes, you can. That's awesome. I love that answer. That's great. All right, so question number 2. What is your favorite movie?
Oh my gosh. I've had the conversation about like top 5 movies. And when I think about an all-time favorite, I can kind of look at that in several ways. Which one have I seen the most? Which one do I have the most lines memorized? Which one made me cry the most? I would say Shawshank Redemption. I just think it was a story of overcoming. It hit a lot of notes for me. And, of course, I was an adult when it came out, and I'm embarrassed to say I've probably seen it 15 times.
Why is that embarrassing? That's not embarrassing. It's a good
Well,
movie.
It sounds a little over the top. Kids tend to watch things a lot. That's why I said overall I've probably seen 48 hours the most.
Right.
Because it came out when I was a teenager and I watched it, any moment that I didn't have something to do.
Yeah.
It was like, well, let's pop in 48 hours again.
What we gonna do tonight?
I still remember some of the lines.
Right.
But yeah, I probably either Shawshank Redemption, Color Purple is right up there near it though, because I cried so much during the movie. It was redemption, great storyline.
Yeah.
Being a black female, there were certain things I could connect with and relate to.
Right.
But I don't know. I think Shawshank Redemption may have it beat by a hair.
All right, so here we go. Question number 3.
All right.
What is your favorite quote?
You would ask me, who over the last 35 years has collected quotes, and I have a Word document with 57 pages of quotes that I've collected over the years. What is my favorite?
That's a lot of quotes.
That's a lot
Wait,
of quotes.
do you have like one quote on each page? Or are you talking about like
No.
20 quotes on a page,
Like
50-something pages?
20 quotes on a page for 50-some pages. Font size 10. Maybe more than 20. Because I used to collect them and you write them down. And, I probably could add another 10 pages of quotes that I haven't. But I'll say when you said that, the first one that came to mind, which is truly one that I love, is what a caterpillar calls the end of the world, God calls a butterfly.
This might be a little difficult to answer if you've got that many quotes, but do you remember where you heard that first? Where that came from?
I couldn't even begin to tell you because it was probably about 20 plus years ago. But it was just one that it settled in my soul when I heard it. And I went, oh, I just love that. Because I think as humans, and certainly some people experience things that are much more tragic than others, clearly.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times when people reach a point of hopelessness, where they feel like there are no other alternatives and no other way they can go, that can help them remember it's only the end of the chapter. There's more to the book.
Yeah. Turn the page.
So, turn the page.
What is the best advice that you've ever given? Or no, I'm sorry, that you've ever received?
Boy, let's see. I was hoping the questions would get easier.
No, we start with the easy one, and then we go deep.
They get progressively more challenging, right? I'm going to simplify it because I think over the years there have probably been a number of different pieces or different pieces of advice that boil down to one thing, and it's don't quit.
And when I was in first grade, I was playing baseball. We were like just a couple weeks into the season, and I was done. And my dad said, "We don't quit." It's like you finish out what you committed to, you play this season, and if you want to quit after that, then we can talk. But you don't don't stop short of fulfilling your commitment.
Well, mine was with the clarinet. I started playing in 5th grade, and when I got to 9th grade, and I was in the first freshman class in my school district to have 9th grade at the high school. So then I really discovered boys, and it was like, clarinet? What's a clarinet? And my mother went, that little thing that I paid for that you're going to continue to play. And so I played it through senior year. She said, nope, you're going to finish this. And then after high school, you decide what you want to do. And then you can go whichever direction you choose. But you started this, you're going to finish it.
Let's go back to childhood. For question number 5, favorite childhood toy?
Okay, here's what you're probably going to really laugh at me about.
Okay.
As I'm looking at 3 of my childhood toys right now.
You got them.
I still have 3 of them, and they are on top of my bookshelves. So they are a teddy bear that I've had since I was 2 years old, and of course, as a 2-year-old, I ripped the face off, so it is a faceless teddy bear. I have my Viewmaster reels, and I still have the reels from my Barbie trip around the world and Batman.
What?
How's that?
Oh, that's good.
And my mother had this little doll, little Indian girl, Native American girl doll that I absolutely loved as a kid.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, she finally gave me the doll, and so I still have it.
What? Next question, number 6. As a kid, or when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A pediatrician.
Ooh. What drove that?
You know, I think I like the idea of helping people, helping sick people, I was a kid, so, I'm going to a pediatrician. I think it was just one of those things as a kid, and maybe more so back then than now, because kids nowadays are exposed to so much more.
Right.
It was a lot of it was kind of the traditional doctor, lawyer, teacher, fireman, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I think doctor at that time appealed to me more.
Yeah.
However, I realized a few years later that the fact that seeing a lot of blood makes me queasy and I can't stand gore, I went, you probably don't need to be a doctor.
Well, that's crazy that you found a way to keep the blood inside and still help people through what you do today.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really.
I hope to keep the blood inside. Really don't want to see the blood. Yeah, I would much rather have the blood inside than outside.
Hold on to that for me. All right, next question. What brings you joy?
I would say spending time with family and friends. I love the in-person, informal, over a meal or not, over drinks or not, just sitting around with people that you know, people that you care about, and just laughing, talking, debating, discussing, whatever. I just enjoy those interactions. Those are really, really fun for me.
Well, what if we flip the script for the next question and ask, what brings you dread?
Sickness. If I can use that one.
Yeah? Are we talking like physical sickness?
Yeah, I think any form of sickness though, just, I like everybody, no one likes being sick. And I just hate it. It's just, it's drudgery. But that may be an easy one, to say, sickness. In terms of something that beyond kind of those easy, obvious ones, I would say is really doing work that I don't enjoy. And a lot of people will do work they don't enjoy, but they can, trudge through it and do. I don't know, and I've tried to figure this out for years, but if I'm doing work that I really don't enjoy, I can guarantee you are not going to get my best product, because it's just so much harder for me to engage. And even though I've got that solid foundation of work ethic and all of that, I'm going to put in my time, whether you're looking or not or whatever.
Right.
but there's almost like this invisible barrier that stops me from really thinking it through, really going that extra mile. I'll go the mile, but not going that extra mile. It's just so completely demotivating for me.
Well, I have good news for you. We only have 2 questions left. That's it.
Oh, I've survived.
I know. I know you're almost there. All right, so here we go. Question number 9. What is one thing you would really like to accomplish but cannot do on your own?
You learn new technologies, and especially, doing the kind of work we do, there's some things you have to learn how to do, but it's like scratching down a chalkboard for me.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I have, literally, I'm looking at my little list right now, that I have on my list to do are to learn 3 types of software. But I know, to try to self-teach, no, that's not going to happen. But it's one of those things where I'm pushing, and I want to challenge myself to get past that block of, oh, I can't stand learning this. Mm-hmm. And I've told myself, you're going to learn them. And 2 of them, I've learned some about it. But I want to get some additional insights from others who know it well to really learn and become much more proficient at these. And it's almost like, one, it'll be beneficial, but there's a bigger component to it, is proving to myself that I could push past that block.
Okay, here we go. Last one.
All right.
Number 10.
Uh-oh. Drum roll.
What do you hope people will say about you after you are gone?
She helped me. That's it. That actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, she helped me. That brings tears. I try. None of us are perfect. We all have our moments.
Yeah.
But, it's that it's a big part of why we do the work that we do. The career coaching, I spent many years in human resources. And you see things. You see things that companies do to employees that aren't right. You see things that employees do and don't do, and it's just simply because they don't know and no one has bothered to tell them. And I've seen people walk right into the train, and I've seen people sit around and watch them and not say a word, and it pisses me off. And I think a lot of it is I look back over my career and the mistakes that I made, and so many of them could have been avoided if someone would have just said, hey, Bernie, come here for a second. Let me share this with you. And so my goal has always been to be the person that I wish I would have had. Don't say it like that. Don't do it this way. Move over here. Step it back and do this. When you do that and people come back and say, thank you. I was just so lost, or I had no idea, but you helped me. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling.
Bernie, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time today to talk to me.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.